Listen, I get it. Any addiction is hard to break, but especially the ones that you've had for your entire life. You're probably watching this video because you're looking for answers. Now, I'm going to give you guidance, but initially you have to take action. The strategy I'm going to mention will work for any addiction, but it's primarily focused for people trying to better themselves and actively trying to change their life, trying to change their bad, negative habits and addictions and supplement them with better ones. You can't just stop a habit, you have to replace it. So if you can do that and pair it with the two fundamental things I'll mention in this video, you will be able to break any bad habit. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest right now, you're not gonna change it overnight. So let's get started. First of all, you have to adapt an action-driven mentality. Now, what is this action-driven mentality? Well, you can't sit around and wait for the perfect time. Right now is the best time. You've probably heard this from a lot of other people, but yesterday was the best time to start, and the next best time is right now. And to be completely transparent, the right time will never come. I mean, obviously there will be circumstances where everything falls aligned, but that will never be perfect. So why wait for that moment when you can start now? I've interviewed countless people, and the one thing that I took away is that they wish they would have started earlier or just started in general. People wait too long until the perfect time or until other people don't care about them. Now, a question you may be asking yourself is, how do you actually start? Well, you can start with the little things. This is why all those successful people say to make your bed. Realistically, it's not going to generate you money or get you in shape, but it's going to build that habit that can eventually allow you to build greater things. If you can't make your bed in the morning, how are you going to put yourself in the gym? If you can't make your bed in the morning, how are you going to put yourself on a strict diet? This is why these little habits when you're starting out are fundamentally important to improving yourself. Alongside this, maybe do chores, clean your environment, because with a clear environment, you have a clear mind. Or learn a new skill. Start small. Don't devote 10 hours to training that skill. Start with 10 minutes every day and evolve over time. These little habits will allow you to make great habits. Because like I said, if you can't do small habits, you can't do big habits. Doing these little habits over time will eventually compound, like everything in life. At first, these habits are gonna seem small, because they are. You're gonna make no progress for a little bit of time, then eventually it will skyrocket. This happens in everything, business, relationships, and even your physique. No matter what, it is compounding. Let's say for example, you devote 6, 8, a year to developing a new business. Most people quit right when they're about to compound. Yeah, maybe they're making a little progress, steady progress, but then they quit here. They're making a little bit, but if they kept going, they would have skyrocketed. Now, the main reason why people quit or don't take action is because of fear. Fear is an emotional driver, just like lust or your ability to crave food. No matter the situation, people are fearful. Don't get me wrong, like everyone, I'm afraid of a few things too. To alleviate most of the fear that people generate and stop you from taking action or making you quit, is you have to understand and register in your brain is that there's literally nothing to fear because everything in this world is temporary. I use an ice bath for example. Yes, it might be scary to go and jump into that cold water, but that's only gonna last 5-10 minutes. And then you're out and you can look forward to going into your nice warm bed. But a way that the majority of people look at life is in the present moment. Whether it's instantly pleasing themselves with crap food or complaining because the bus is taking too long to get there. Everybody is thinking in the moment. Now, smart individuals, they think in the future. They don't stress about the future, but they have a plan, they have a vision, so they know how to take action. Now, obviously, they don't dwindle in the past, but they learn from those experiences and they gain knowledge from that because past experiences generate knowledge over the years to come. The problem with thinking about only in the present moment is that you generate way more fear because you are comfortable, or I like to say stuck. When you are comfortable in your situation, that means you desire your situation over your dream life. Now, maybe you're watching this video and you are living your best life. You're doing what you want to do in life. And props to you for that. But likely or not, you are not in a situation you want to be in. You have big dreams. You have big aspirations. But when you stay comfortable in your situation right now, you're putting the present moment and that comfort over your dream life. And eventually over time, you're just going to stay in it or get in an even worse situation. And because of this, when you are in your comfortable situation, you don't want to take action. This is what happened to me. Years back, I was comfortable with the instant pleasures of life. I was fine waking up, going on my phone, going eating a crap breakfast, going and playing video games on my computer, maybe taking a shower, and then hopping back into bed. Honestly, back then, because I didn't have the knowledge, I was satisfied. But when I opened my eyes and I realized there's a lot more to life and I can actually change my situation, that is when I wasn't afraid of change. Just like the majority of people, and I myself was afraid of change. This is the main reason why we didn't take action. That is why implementing this action-driven mentality is such a vital factor in developing yourself and breaking any addiction. Because if you do not want to take action and you do not want to change your current comfortable situation, then you're never going to change these habits and supplement them for better ones. And you may be blindsided. Some of the worst habits are the funnest to take part in or give you the most pleasure, but that is where most people stop. So by figuring out what habits are bad for you and which ones are actually hurting your mentality, then you can start implementing better habits. Because listen, change is good. If you want your desired life, you have to change it. You have to manifest it and you have to take action to actually reach it. So how do you actually find these meaningful habits that can change your life and supplement them for the old habits? Well, you have to stay busy. You have to distract yourself with meaningful tasks. How do you know you'll like something unless you try it? That's a saying I say a lot, but it also means a lot. Now, this goes for anything, even your habits. If you want to go and see if you like a different habit, go out, try it for a week, try it out for 2 weeks, but come back and analyze it. Is it helping you? Is it benefiting you? Or do you even like it? Now, if it is, you can put it into your routine, stick to it, and eventually, like I said, it will compound. But we can't add these good habits unless we eliminate the bad ones. The main reasons why you engage in negative acts, whether it's junk food, video games, pornography, is due to two things. Number one is you consciously want these things into your life. And I'd assume you probably don't, and you want to change this. And the second reason is the abundance of free time. When you have free time, it is so easy to fall into pleasurable habits. It wasn't until I myself started actively engaging in meaningful tasks and becoming busy where I cut out these negative things. It's like they didn't even exist. I'll use lust for an example. When you have an abundance of free time, you have time to actively lust for females, go on adult websites, and please yourself. When you're constantly busy, you honestly can't do that. When you're working, you can't do that. When you're out having fun, you can't do that. When you're in the gym, you can't do that. So that's why you have to stay strict and you have to stay busy. One of the easiest ways to do this is to create a schedule for yourself, but make sure it has timestamps. Even if you're not finished with the task, move on to the next one. This allows you to stay strict to your goals without having you burn out. Now, a misconception that a lot of people fall into is staying busy with tasks that don't even benefit them. Because believe me or not, you can stay busy scrolling on your phone. You can stay busy partying because that all takes up time. So you have to use your time wisely because we all get the same amount. Whether you're a multi-millionaire or a homeless person, we all have the same amount of time. It's just all about how you use it. Once you make this perception shift, then you will understand that you have to use your time and your time is valuable. Put your time towards learning, building on yourself, and building strong connections with people. Now, another way to transfer these negative habits into positive ones is to stack them. So let's say you usually go onto your phone before you go to bed. Honestly, the majority of people do that. But try this tonight. Put a book on your pillow and read a chapter of the book. You know what? Even read a page of the book just so you can build that habit. Then go onto your phone. Now, this subconsciously rewards you for engaging in that positive habit because you're reading that book and then you're rewarding yourself with the pleasure of social media. Now, obviously, you don't want to keep this routine going for a long time, but naturally, if you just read a book and then go on your phone, you're eventually just going to lead yourself to reading the book. I'll use video games, for example. Say you usually just grind video games. How about you go to the gym and then play video games? It sounds super simple and cliche, but once you understand, if you push yourself in the gym, then you can reward yourself with video games. Now, something that a lot of people, and even I myself did, was go to the gym and then the whole entire day would be unproductive because I thought the day was productive because I went to the gym. So like with the book and social media, you have to eventually eliminate the negative habits. but that'll happen naturally. The whole premise of this is to basically reward yourself after you do a meaningful task. And eventually, that meaningful task will compound and you'll only want to engage in it. It kind of helps you ease into things and embrace the benefits of delayed gratification. And ultimately, like I said, over time, this delayed gratification will just take over. Now, this will obviously take some time. It took me nearly 3 years to break some of my worst negative habits and negative addictions, and I still struggle with some of them today. But life is an ever-growing process, and you have to understand that this will happen forever because there will never be a right time. So take action, eliminate the negative habits, and supplement them for good ones. If you want to learn some more habits that you can supplement those negative habits for, you can watch this video.